So it's been an absolute age since I've done one of these, and it's mostly because I got way too ambitious with this particular artwork. Why? Well, I wanted to do a cozy and relaxing game for a change when I found this one on Xbox, and I thought this one is the perfect one, and then proceeded to play it and decided I wanted to draw a greenhouse. Anyone who knows anything about art will know that perspective and hands are two things that just suck. If you can master them, you can master pretty much anything, and I haven't mastered either of them. But as you know, the only way to grow is to sometimes be delusional and just act like you can, and this checked me in the worst way possible. Anyway, this video isn't about my lack of artistic skill, it's about a video game, so let's get into the premise of this particular game. You play as the Lady Arabella Green, a woman getting on in her years who has spent much of her life devoted to plants and botany. The thing is, the game is set during a period of time when women weren't taken seriously in these endeavours, and as such she has had to, and still is during the time period of the game, struggling to be taken seriously by the men in the field. To this end, she has settled on writing a book about the weird and wonderful flowers that have never been seen to grow by any of these so-called experts. However, she's just returned home from a long journey and has had to restart her work. No one says why, but I have a feeling that her secretary needs to be spoken to, and we need to understand if they've uncovered the very, very early version of a paper shredder. This is obviously where we join in on the game. Locked in her conservatory, we have to find the first of several flowers and figure out how to make it grow to aid in our escape. I've made this sound all terribly exciting and possibly a bit stressful, but it's really not. The whole point of this game is to explore, work things out, and literally just relax. The first flower is pretty simple, with all the materials you need pinned to the chalkboard in front of you, making it pretty easy once you have taken a moment to figure out what to do. The puzzles in this game are pretty good, mostly intuitive if you've read all of the documents lying around. I did enjoy slowly uncovering the story of Arabella and her friends, their struggles to be recognised for their work in the field of botany, and the general chaos that was going on around the house. What does an ancient priest hole have to do with this flower that's been blooming for years? Why are the neighbours getting upset about camera flashes at 3 AM in the morning? How does all of this link together to tell us how these plants grow? It was very fun to go through and find all of these things out. Only one or two puzzles really stumped me. The tower on the hill and the bird song being the two main ones. I'm trying not to give too much away so that if you play it, you can enjoy it too. Overall, it was very much about exploration and examination, a game that not just wants you, but needs you to wander these expansive gardens and read up on the local news and letters that have been sent in from the local people. It all ends up being rather important, even that thing that you think isn't when it's talking about trash disposal. The designs in this game are very well put together. For such a simplistic art style, this game has done an awful lot to make sure that it still draws the eye. The choice of not going with a very realistic look allows there to be more shapes and colours than would be present in real life, and really allows the design of the flowers to shine through. Each flower represents how it was grown in interesting ways, and it's always a pleasure to see those flowers finally come through. It is a very simple game overall. You can complete it in a single sitting if you really feel like it, and if you're one of those people who really enjoys hunting achievements / trophies, then this would be a great one for you. All of them are pretty easy to get, requiring only one playthrough if you really want to just plow through it to get everything. Some people might say this game is too woke, by being about a woman and about her struggles against the opposite gender, but it's never too overt. There are many books and notes that you can just ignore that have nothing but flavour to add to the story. Arabella is, after all, pretty well off compared to many women of the time. She's rich and she owns her own manor, which will eventually be used to forward her goals. The only real issue she has ever had to face is being looked down on by those who think they know more in their field of operations because of her gender. After all, that's what a lot of us, men and women, both face nowadays, so it's just something that we can all relate to on different levels. The characters themselves even joke about it in letters and seem to be taking it on the chin. I think this is the only part of the game that anyone might get really offended at, and I think the developers made the right choice in making it an added extra and not integral to the game itself. Overall, this is a very fun and relaxing game if you want to try something a bit different that you If you want to try something a bit different that will take you away for an evening, then this game is definitely for you. Hopefully the next artistic impressions won't take months to make. I just need to remember to temper my skills and get drawing a lot quicker next time. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I do hope you like this very short review. Take care, have fun, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.